Hello traders, welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. We're still in Thailand. And by the way, it's Thailand's birthday this week. And I have to tell you, they don't just celebrate one day. This is 9 days of partying in Thailand. It's a water festival. It's called Songkran. Go check it out on YouTube. It's really great. And yep, they're at it. It's a party in Thailand. Basically, for the next 4 days, everything is shut down, and it's great. Yep. Okay. All right. We're at the trading desk. I hope we have a better week than last week. Oh my goodness, was that not just pathetic last week or what? Anyhow, we're back. We're at it, and it's a Monday, so of course the data is pretty slow. Let's just take a really quick look. Not, not really anything happening. We have business inventories out of the U.S. today. And we have a couple of FOMC people talking core retail sales month on month, New York Empire State Manufacturing, and of course retail sales month on month. That's the big one, and that's it, folks. There's nothing really going on. So yeah, quiet day today, technical day today. So let's get to it. Just let's take a gander. Dollar index 89.49. Really not hasn't done anything. We're going to take a look at the euro and just let me peek. Let me peek. I'll take a peek here. Crude, Brent oil still above 70, $71.92. And West Texas Instrument crude is at $66.83. All right, so let's do it. Let's get to the charts. So this is our chart from Thursday, and you can see nothing has happened. It has just been sideways. It has done nothing, folks, absolutely nothing. It's not what I would call going to be an aggressive trading day. It's probably going to be very dull. We can only hope that into the New York Open, London lunch, we start to get some activity and we start to get stuff moving. You know, I talked about this last week about what's going on in the world, right? You know, Syria was attacked, and you know, now even in Thailand, you know, headlines today in the paper was they're concerned about oil because oil spiked because of those attacks. So you know, a lot of stuff going on, and traders, I think, are just hanging on. You know, just hanging on. So it'll be an interesting day at a minimum. Don't know if we're going to get any trades in today, but it's going to be an interesting day at the least. So this is sideways. There is nothing to do here, folks. Absolutely nothing to do. You know, we'd love to see this come back up to here, right? And we could take that to the downside, but there's nothing to do here. You could do the old, yeah, we could do one of these, right? Just take one of these so we can get a triple touch there. And then we could take that to the downside. Right, we're gonna take that to the downside. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So that would be an option. Again, you know, coming to the upside would be all right. Let's change that. Let's get our little. All right, so we get up to these highs here, right? Maybe we can get ourselves a shot here, which is a much better thing. 23.90. Right, you know that 2400 area has always been a great place to take trades. It's always been, you know, for the last year or so. It gets to 2400, just sell it, right? But I don't like the moving averages, and that's because nothing has happened. And I don't like those moving averages that are just sideways. They're not doing anything, and price is just lingering around here. And I don't see anything that's gonna like push anything in either direction. So we will see. Let me get my other screen running. There we go. All right. So, and if you take a look at, we'll just go on the board. All right. So here's the pound. All right. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. There you go. So you got the pound. You remember we put these levels in. Now they're like useless. So we get rid of those. Now, you know, a couple of things that you know, you can see this is in an upward channel here. Um, so let's see. Can we do this? Could we? Maybe. You know, if we did something like this to the upside here. Come on. Right. Right. So in this upward move here, and we'd like to see this basically come back here and sell it, right? So we'd like to see this back up here, and we can sell it. But look at the size of these candles, my friends. They're tiny. There's just nothing. There's no momentum in this. It isn't an upward, move here. I don't expect it to last. I do expect it to fall down. Is it going to happen today? Probably not, my friends. Probably not. I don't see any trades here that are like jumping out at me and saying, wow, we got a good trade here. So we'll just have to watch this. I'd like to see it back up at that 4,300 level, right? Why not? 4290, let's do that right here, and then we could take it down. Now, of course, we have the issue left of the chart, right? You got some junk here, you got junk here, right? You come into this mess. So the closer you can get to that 4,300, even if it overshoots to 4,320, I take the shot. I take the shot, give it a 15 or 20 pip stop, and take the shot to the downside. And if you don't want to buy this, there's nothing here that tells me I want to buy this, because I don't think it's got enough power to keep moving up. I just think it's going to completely fall down. And it might only go to the 200 exponential moving average, right? So, yeah, keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see what... here's the CAD yen. We looked at it a little bit last week. Let's get rid of that. What a great weekend I had, I have to tell you. I had a great weekend. Yeah. Out playing in the water. The Thai people having a great time, and I was right in there with them. Like a little kid. Oh, my gosh. All right, so what do we got here? Well, the first thing that jumps out of mind is that all the EMAs are like almost together. The 200 below, but then you got the 10, and you got the 55, all sitting there. Again, I don't see anything to do here on this CAD yen. Just leave it alone. Nothing to do. This is another one in that upward move, that upward, spatially it's going to the upside. If you're gonna do something and you wanted to do that, right? You do it at the 200, right? If you wanted to take that to that level, that's where you'd take it, right? Let this come down to the 200 and take it back up. If you're bullish in that, and with the CAD, you just got to watch oil, right? Just watch what oil's doing. Supposedly now with this strikes in Syria, they're saying oil is going to really take a bump up. Like it's going to get a little expensive. It's going to get a little expensive for oil, which will absolutely help that. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Yeah, not much happening, folks. Not much going on. I like that, right? 78.10. So you'd really want that like it's 77.9. Nah, you know what? There's nothing left of the chart here. I'm all right with that entry at 78.10. I'm all right with that. And, you're going to have a level here, right? We're going to have trouble. Right? We're going to have trouble here. Right? You're going to get a bounce there. And then, of course, you wish to take, you take profits at this 200. If you get through this 55 and 10, and, if you get in at 78.10, and we can see some angle and separation in the EMAs, hopefully we'll get right through that and get to the 200. And if we're lucky, we'll get through the 200. Folks, if this goes through the 200, we are in paradise, right? We're going to be in paradise because we basically don't have any trouble till here, right? No trouble till there. So this is a nice trade if we can get through this junk, and we can get through this. This gets below that 200, folks. This is wide open. We're going to have to watch this today. Now, my bias in the Aussie is bearish. It's been for a while. I'd rather sell the Aussie than buy the Aussie. Now, I'll do it both ways, but my preference is is to sell it. So I sort of like this trade a little bit. If we can get this to bump up maybe a notch or two, then we can take this to the downside. Really like to see this probably hopefully tomorrow below that 200 exponential moving average, and we'll just sell the heck out of that, right? Let's take it to the downside. Let's take a look at the Kiwi. Let's take a look at the Kiwi today. Still, we put these ranges up the other day, and we're still playing in here, right? Still in our range. Now at the bottom of the range, right? So now we see what happens. Well, now you got the 200 exponential moving average. Those tiny little candles actually did close below the 200. So this is something we have to watch now, because I'm in the park that there's a really good chance that we can just, this 73.40 area, why don't we just sell it, right? If we can get a close below it, hopefully those EMAs open up a little bit, and 73.40, I think is a good spot to start thinking about. Maybe I'll put a market order in for today and just take it down and just put your stop above the 200. You're not gonna have a big drawdown on this, right? 25 pips at the most. If it breaks above that 200 again, we're out of the trade, right? We're not playing the range game here, right? We just want this to break below the 200, give us a nice bearish candle, and we'll sell it. And we're good all the way down to 72.70, right? 72.70. You got some stuff here, right? 73.17, right? So, we got some stuff there. But by that time, you got 30 plus pips. You know what? Scale out a bit, take half your trade off, let the rest, continue to your next level, and do it that way. I like it, but it's been sideways, right? It's just been absolutely sideways. Let's take a look. We haven't looked at that. When was it? I don't remember. When we last looked at the Euro Aussie. This is one of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorite trading instruments. Look at this baby. This baby's just doing its thing. One thing about this Euro Aussie, when it gets in its mode, it goes. That is just the way this pair works. And, I've been a fan of this pair since I started trading. But look, once it gets in its mode, it just goes, and it goes and goes. And then it's going to turn around. It's going to go the other way. And then it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to hang up to the upside. Now, what are we going to do here? Well, if we take a look, it broke this level here. It's come back up and it's retested. This is a really good selling opportunity, right? Nothing left of the chart. Absolutely nothing left of the chart. This is I call it a V formation here, right? So it aggressively comes down and then aggressively goes back up again. And now we're at resistance. So maybe this is a sell opportunity, right? Maybe we can take this down here, folks, right? Now, I wouldn't do it now. I would not do it now. But I'll tell you what, London Open, this might not be a bad baby to look at. Maybe this thing will just break us to the downside, and this is not going to help. This is not going to do anything to hurt us. This thing can just pop all the way down to 57.60s, 57.50, right? It's an 80 pip trade if we can get this baby to work for us. I like it. I like that it's spatially looks to the downside. We have a V formation. I like that. I like that we're below the 200. We've got to get below this 55 EMA, and it looks like it might close. Who knows? And then we can take it from there. Traders, thank you so much for being with me on a Monday. Looking forward to an exciting week. I just love what I do, so I don't mind if it's exciting or not. And so it's that time. The pretty and the ugly. You got it. The dollar index. All right, sideways like everything else. Yeah, sideways. Not a lot going on here. Just hanging out there. We'll see what's happening. You'll see what's going on. So much stuff going on in the world, with leaders of countries and all that stuff. We'll just see what goes on. And hopefully traders will get back in and let's get started, right? Looking forward to trading. Traders, again, thank you for being with me. Always remember to trade smart, not hard. We'll catch you tomorrow morning, Tuesday, in Asia. Traders, take care now. Have a great day. Bye-bye.